Yakwa nimuno. Nanu ya na yera Samuel attach ya mampani bobo wani oni on be ye adwuma na sa wani on be boa ne adwuma mu a wo yi ni si nchen na anka wo ye work and housing minister na ne braso no na okakire yen se Ghana ye me ye ninye ne ye ho nsape yen esanse Akufuado estate eba ye wo honum anu ofa yen friends amtwofo se yen kwa masaman na ye ba besi affordable housing a ye Akufuado estate ye di kan yakwa ye ba me ka akura ba tai be pai wo kwan so e ma me boka batata chia enya hwe yamfa nchew but enya hwe atachia na waka kire yen se afinhia ensu yire ye a eyiri Ghana fo titu ne ye ne won kran no ebra so se e wose ye dane yani na ye bisa ye ho se de na ekoso na wo san so asra ban se ho behia se obepesika na ohawo a ewo ho no ma emansu wie ne ba no yede solve sa how no atachia kire ma wo say a free independence bra Ghana for ye gi ye fa hodie ene ani ba ye ho sese sa afi bi ye nso to a eyiri fa nkrofo na kane no na kokọ konkrofo adem na so na ide eyiri fa nipa e fa fie e fa cars aluprenkura ginchim kakra bia be fa no sa na kwakodro eno na ye atachia bra baba ye asoafo ye a wo hwa adansie so no waka kire Ghana for se wogusu asese wo mu dwiri adan a asisi nsumina anase asisi simonka amansuo entimi enyiri fam so ankosi aga na ne yokotran nchen yi ene wato nkrama Ghana ban se ebeye anko onyi yi gwata kakraka mfamfa ase de yakuruso no na ensuo no pe ene timitini kokobom enti ebasa nipa bonefo na wo mu ye bola wote sensu abom kurum no ahyase apra ni fie no oboabo ne bola no etigu ya no de akwakogu gotamaden ya betwe akono sa nipa bonfo no mu hunu gotanum no makwakotu nwura nagu ebirum susu ho no ma gotanum mu ache sensu nto ye kra mu anu omugu nwura wo madan ho no sumina wosese base yakuru gotani nyina so a ebeye den sen nipa bonfo benya bebi obekwakohwe bola no adiago yera Samuel attach amrahye bedwani a owo Abuakwa South nanum asemni.
As has been said, bad habits of, dumping our debris into open gutters and they getting choked and then we dissolve. So there's a yearly ritual of desalting, put in the rubbish, spend good money, and then, take it out for purpose of getting the flow of the excess water into designated areas without the spillover called the flooding. So right above speaker, this is what we've been doing. But there is another dimension of solving this problem once and for all. And we need to look at it. It's very capital intensive, but we need to look at it. If not, use our little money to be solving this problem and it won't help us. The way to go, given our bad habits and the rest of the challenges of this country, is to have the culvert constructed subterranean. Honorable Speaker, I was given this advice long ago. I made the presentation to the cabinet. We should go subterranean, whereby every filth and dirty water is not seen. You don't have open drains in London. Although the filth they churn out daily will overwhelm what we are churning out, in months. But if we don't go subterranean and you have open drains, Honorable Speaker, trust me, insofar as we keep doing the wrong things, and then the local government system is virtually broken down in terms of our hygienic conditions. The Asian Tankas people are no longer there.
And way Samuel Atachia was a madwinche ni boarding and so ne papa wo call ohima lizi kromua e hono mu sei omunsuo anase ensufia da bia wo mo ye no enu chese ye de ayeye wo Ghana hanom no be bosome kura no enu wo mo de no esunsuo nyiri mfa wo mo na wonam so ntiati agota ensuom enso ye hanom no ka esanse ye gota na ebiebie so na ensuo ri famu ana aye mabru so enu ntirenti ebe yanka yenya gota kakraka no bi yemfanto asase ase ne nkuru so se de ebe ya ensuo to a enyema emu faso na enyini fa yen enya sa de ade bia be fasika popotwea ne ye de asolve problem na sa how na wo ho na ye ye so how na no na so ye be kwase ba besi achi afi bia be bo ho ka emonke bo kapre kwa nkaye na no si ya enamrahye bedwani owo dododuodio abato mpeso aso Edwin ni Lante Vanda papa ya omama mpani kan de yankan ena ono so adebato dwa se ya boka no bia eye ka hunu na afi bia ne afasika ye kwa akwati wodom no eye odo ne yetimu a ye wura afi se ensuansuwa masa no a etene bebebo odo no mu no emu ayemma asi enti yete mukura na nsuo na eba no no oso ne wura nam na ono so san de eba begum ti afi bia ne atwa kanku aba besi achi enti ebra so se ensuansuwa na etene tene bebo odo mu no ya betete ni nyina nsumu aka ne ya trem se de be ya efi na ya etene babegu odo mu no ye betimi ayi efi na efi 1960 besi na nsuo da so yirifa Ghana fo titi woni e won kran ha no de ani wumpo
which hit all of us in Accra on the June 3rd, 2016. Mr. Speaker, we must ask ourselves lessons and ask whether we've been able to learn anything from what happened on the 3rd of June that year. We celebrate the day almost every day, but we continue to do the same things that led to that disaster. We continue to sit down and allow the rains to come before we do the routine maintenance regimes that we are supposed to be doing in order to clear the drains and get the water to flow when it rains. So much has been said about the amount of money that has been spent in clearing the Odo, but the Odo is not the only solution. The Odo is not the only solution to this problem of perennial flooding in Accra. The Odo may be the receptacle, but the other channels that lead to that receptacle are blocked. When there is no access for the Chemu to receive, the Mukose to receive, how will the Odo receive? So we must begin to call our engineers to question and ask them, how can a country like Ghana continue to sit down and problems that have bedeviled us since 1960, we cannot find a solution to it. 1960, the problem that confronted us in 1960, that devil is still sitting down in our houses and living with us in this country in the year 2022. What is our problem? What is our problem as a country? So, Mr. Speaker, we cannot absolve ourselves of this blame as a people. We've killed our people, we've caused damage to property for many Ghanaians because we have refused to respond to the problem that confronts this country as a people.
Brofo wei yewura edreni lante vanderpoy ena wodi ani breka sa fempo de okujeta black water nche se adwobre asa papa na san wa here too emotional fan person asa world cup bi the CAF confederation so intimi hunu na ensem we nyina ya wo mo keka no na Zenator Rawlings na enra na woda Zenator happy birthday belated ono any Klottey abaton peso anemra sebedwani eka flooding e wo Ghana ha babia edi bone pa yentimi nyi adabraka ne mpotamu mfi ono so ne omomra sebedwani ye kan wodo asam so wodo ne ye mayiri fa nkrofo ene so ne mpaso aso entina asam no hia no pa enti ono ne kwama so e wo parliament na nasam a wo kan ya asa na mpanifo ne bebre kura hyeso wo mobo e ma wo so epu jasa no.
On the night of 21st May, there was a heavy downpour, which had those of us in low-lying areas frightened. And then came the rainfall of Monday, the night of 23rd May, 2022, which exacerbated the level of angst and extent of damage already left in the wake of the previous rains. The levels of water reached as high as 6 feet in some areas. Mr. Speaker, statements in relation to flooding on this floor have been given perennially, lamenting over the issues without gaining enough traction. And 7 years down the line after the June 3rd disaster, the same disappointing story can be told. The impact on the economic, social, and even mental health status of victims is beyond what is easily perceived. The causes of flooding, both climate-related and man-made, include but are not limited to poor planning, building and waterways, lack of reservoirs, reduced green areas for water to seep into the soil, increased population density with an inadequate drainage capacity, and of course the discarding of solid waste, especially plastics, in our waterways.